Okay. Eita guys, it's your boy Mtuma Kosini. Welcome to the show. So I'm just gonna head straight into it. So yeah. So I'm gonna start with like the DA. Why? Why not? So should you vote for the DA? I think you can, you know. For me, the DA has a score of 13 out of 21, so that's definitely more than average. So I think that a possible party to vote for. So let me break down all that info for you. So I rate them on like three pillars. One is policy, and the second one, the other one is principle, and the last one is accountability. We've talked about this on the previous videos. In terms of like their principles, I gave them a score of 4 because in terms of their principles are better than average, but I mean, it's the DA, they are still viewed as a white party. I still view them as a white party. Why do we view them like that? I think it's representation, also where they get their support. So I think it's also feed into itself. Obviously, since white people support it more, they're gonna be prominent within the party, so it ends up looking. So yeah, it's kind of because of those things, but you also have people within the DA saying controversial stuff. Sometimes you also have people like being being found out to be racist, and they turn out to have like DA membership. So you get what I'm saying? And also with their manifesto that I just went through it, they don't talk enough about redress. You get, I mean, they talk about PEE. That's when they now want to tackle this issue, but they don't really talk about the fact that regardless how long we've gotten like our freedom, if there was no redress, you get what I'm saying, we're still stuck where we are. So yeah, that's why in terms of their principle, I gave them a 4 because having said that, they are really not like the worst of the worst. I don't think they're an extremist party, and I mean, that's out of 7, by the way. And then the second pillar, which will be policy and mechanism, I think this is where the DA shines the most, because they've kind of have the most well-run municipalities, because you have to understand when we say that we're using like the South African standard, we're judging things from what's on the ground. And I mean, even in terms of audits, I think they have 21 municipalities, but only 18 out of that 21 municipality had clean audits. You get what I'm saying? So, and also you have like issues within the structures where you have people who are not really supposed to be there. So the DA is not as efficient as we are led to believe. By comparison, sometimes they just look better. But I mean, you can look at even the Western Cape. If you look at where they have like these nice projects which they even show in their manifestos, a majority of them are in specific areas, so it's not like everywhere. So that also leads into their principles. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, and their last, I gave. Oh, by the way, I gave them a 5 there out of 7. I gave them a 5. You know, so that's. I think that's impressive for me. That's impressive. 5 is good, and then for the last one, which will be accountability. You know, or enforcement. So on that one, I think I don't want to mention specifics, right? But we also have these things of people in the DA, and now we found out that they were either involved in corruption, some of them lied about their credentials, you know. You have this sort of thing that the DA is not as clean as it stays to be, and I mean those things are kind of, for me, seems like the party knew but was like, you get what I'm saying, let's so they are also willing, to like be in the gray areas when they need to be. So you get what I'm saying? So I will give them a 4 there, because I do feel like they do at least try to tackle those things, Some of them are, they say this because of infighting or whatever, but you do kind of get them being I would say harsh when they find out that somebody did something wrong. But it's sometimes it seems that that harshness is channeled, there's ulterior motives sometimes involved. So because of that, I'm willing to give them a 4 out of 7. So that's like that's a that's a 4, 5, 4. That's 13 out of 21. So I think, yeah, you can vote for the DA, if you fit within the right categories. If you feel like they're not perfect, but I mean, the- other than the fact that they are obviously probably gonna be better than the current government, also them as a party, I'm rating them an above average party. So yeah, guys, definitely you can vote for the DA. Cheers.